What's going on, guys? Ranked Gaming here, and welcome back to the video. This is of course the Saturday video, and I want to start covering a wider range of games. Of course, I always do Rainbow Six Siege quite often, but I want to do more things. I want to cover more games and really not focus entirely on Battlefield. I will of course continue doing Battlefield videos as my #1 game I play and the game I have the most fun with, so I'm still going to do that, but I'm going to start doing a couple of different games like I said, and this is going to start with The Last of Us. Now, simply what this video is a couple of theories for The Last of Us 2, which was announced last week, I believe, at PlayStation Experience 2016. Now, the original game is arguably the best game on PS3 and PS4, and it's definitely, in my case, the best game on both of those consoles. Maybe even the best game on PlayStation ever. And if you haven't played it, you definitely need to play it. Even if you watch a Let's Play here, just go up and go through this entire game regardless. It is haunting, brilliant, and really it's a game that I think everybody should play if you're a gamer. Now, Last of Us Part 2 takes place 5 to 6 years after the first game. Ellie is now 19 and is kind of getting on the road. Joel is now around about early to mid 50s, and Ellie's beginning to sort of do her own thing. That's probably going to be part of the story, is Ellie wanting to go off and leave Joel behind, but Joel wanting to stay and protect her. Now, that's of course if Joel is even still around. The first theory is that Joel was killed by somebody, whoever it was, and for whatever reason he was killed, Joel is now sort of Ellie's trying to get revenge now for Joel by killing everybody that killed Joel. There's a couple of hints to this. First of all, the fact that Joel walks out through the doorway in this perfect sort of white light, as if he's coming from a different dimension or something like that. And the idea then comes up that he's an imagination, that he's not actually there, that he's died, and now Ellie is trying to kill everybody who killed him, and that he's always there in her imagination. This is a pretty damn good theory, and honestly could happen. The only downfall I see is that it's maybe a bit too far-fetched. Would The Last of Us go into this sort of imaginary person territory, or would they try and stick in the grounded reality of things? Again, this could easily happen, but this is maybe a theory that is a bit too far-fetched for this game. There might be a simpler option and a simpler idea for this game. So now, another theory is that at the end of the first game, of course, Joel and Ellie go back to Tommy's settlement, which they went to earlier in the game. Now, for the most part, they have to have stayed somewhere for those 5 to 6 years. There's no way they just constantly wandered for all that time. They have to have stayed somewhere and, sort of set down and get a life. I mean, Ellie has a massive tattoo on her arm that actually covers up her bite. So there might be a reason why she has this. Maybe because they joined a new settlement, they thought, hang on, people look at this bite and they think she's infected. We have to cover this up with a tattoo. Otherwise, things are really difficult to live with people constantly thinking she's infected. So regardless why they're in a settlement, or if they're even in a settlement for that long, if they just happen to meet one at a certain time, I think that the Fireflies or another group attack the settlement and kill everybody there when Joel and Ellie are away, or even maybe they're the only survivors, and as a result Ellie wants to go up and kill everybody who did that. But Joel, being a little bit older, sees more reason in just letting it happen, sees more reason in just moving on and going somewhere else, as opposed to fighting and risking your own life once again. Maybe even he's done with killing. Maybe he's even figured at this point, we shouldn't fight each other. We should try and find a way to secure this and just move on. Maybe even there's a whole storyline of Joel now has a new wife and he's thinking, I don't want to die. I want to try and live for as long as I can and be happy, as opposed to go around killing everybody and maybe even die myself. Now, one thing that has been confirmed is that this game is more about hate and revenge, while the last game was more about love and understanding. Maybe the Fireflies will still play a big part in this game, seeing as they were such a massive part in the first one. There's only a little hint of them in the trailer. You only see their icon on a sign, and that's it. Maybe even the Fireflies are gone. Maybe it's the point now where there's barely any humans left, and because of the infection has taken over so many humans and most of them have killed each other out, maybe there's a very, very small amount left, at which point it's very hard to actually have a community. Another theory that I've heard is that Ellie is trying to kill all of the Fireflies, maybe for some reason, like they operated on somebody else who was immune and ended up killing them, or maybe even it's something like they had a group of people and they did that. Maybe she just wants revenge for the last game. I doubt this theory where she wants revenge for the last game because it's so far ahead. You would have thought she'd got it in that time, or at least got, just sort of thought I have to move on, or just not worried about it anymore. So for that reason, I don't think this theory about her wanting to kill the rest of the Fireflies is realistic unless it's somebody else. Unless somebody else was taken in, killed because they're experimented on, nothing came of it, and now Ellie wants revenge. Regardless, there are an absolute ton of theories floating around on the internet, and you can easily have your say down below in the comments, so don't forget to do that if you have a great idea. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Rank Up Gaming, out.